Now, after the completion of the first two phases of India's general elections, voting for the third phase has begun.
The polling is taking place across 93 Lok Sabha constituencies covering 10 states and 1 union territory. Now, polling will also take place in Madhya Pradesh, Betul. The elections were supposed to take place during phase 2 but was postponed due to the death of a candidate from Mayawati's Bahujan Samaj Party. Now, Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag Rajouri Lok Sabha seats were also to vote today. However, due to various connectivity issues, polling has been postponed to the 25th of May.
Now, the key faces for the third phase elections include Union Minister Amit Shah contesting from Gujarat's Gandhinagar, Jyotiraditya Scindia from Guna, Madhya Pradesh, and some of the key opposition leaders are Congress's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary from West Bengal, NCP's Supriya Sule from Maharashtra's Baramati. Now, for more on phase 3 polling, WION's reporters have fanned out across key locations in India. Our correspondent Disha Shah gets us updates from western states. Dharamjot Kaur joins us from Agra, and Siddharth MP bringing us the poll developments across southern India. Thank you so much for joining us. Dharamjot, to begin with you, polls in 10 seats in UP. Talk to us about the key seats and battles to look out for.
Well, Haim, as we saw in the first two phases, 10 seats per phase did go to the polls. Again, in the third phase, there are another 10 seats that are on the ballot today out of a total of 80 constituencies that Uttar Pradesh has in the 543-strong parliament. Now, as far as the key battlegrounds are concerned today, we have a couple of constituencies like Badaun, Mainpuri, also Agra, where I'm currently standing, as some of the key battlegrounds that we are looking at today. Interestingly, 3 to 4 of these constituencies have been a major stronghold earlier for the Samajwadi Party led by Akhilesh Yadav, and now in the past few years by the BJP. Which is why we're seeing the Yadav family bringing out some of its key family members who are contesting elections from several constituencies. So from Badaun, we have Aditya Yadav who's contesting. From Mainpuri, we have Akhilesh Yadav's wife Dimple Yadav who's contesting the elections. So a very interesting dynamic in terms of how the Samajwadi Party is trying to field some of its star candidates or some of the biggest names that come from the family. Meanwhile, the BJP is also trying to ensure that it keeps its stronghold maintained in the state of Uttar Pradesh. As far as 10 seats this time are concerned, 8 of them have been won by the BJP in the 2019 election. The remaining 2 were won by the Samajwadi Party. So, of course, the BJP on one hand is trying to ensure that its claws remain dug deep in terms of, their political stronghold over Uttar Pradesh. The Samajwadi Party, as part of the India bloc, in tandem with the Congress, trying to ensure that they kind of bring back their old glory, and win some seats that they previously used to have some kind of control and popularity over. Haim.
All right, thanks Dharam for getting us all those updates. Of course, you're right in front of the Taj Mahal with that wonderful view behind you. We are going to be tracking those developments from Uttar Pradesh, getting us the latest through the day. I'd like to now shift focus to Siddharth. Siddharth, you're tracking all the developments coming in from southern India. Of course, it's Karnataka. The rest of the state goes to polls today, the 14 seats. Talk to us about the key constituencies and also how these constituencies voted last time around.
So Shivan, there's 14 constituencies in Karnataka. There's the other half of Karnataka that's voting today. The earlier half of Karnataka voted on the 26th of April. So now here we are on May 7th when, the other half, 14 seats in Karnataka voting. So these are mostly the seats in northern and central Karnataka. So some of these also include some of the backward regions in the state. So some parts of this region are known by different names. So in fact, some of the earlier names, one is called Mumbai Karnataka and the other portion is called Hyderabad Karnataka. So this region known as Hyderabad Karnataka is essentially one that has many backward districts, tribal votes, OBC community votes. So this of course is an interesting region because this has been swept by the BJP in toto last time. 14 of 14 seats swept by the BJP last time. Also because this is an important location for the BJP, where there is the influential Lingayat community that is based in this region. So several BJP leaders and heavyweights are from the community, which is why the BJP has been able to retain that particular constituency and this entire region in its kitty. So last time 14 out of 14, which is why this time also they are pretty confident. But of course, what has changed this time around is the kind of challenge that the Congress is posing to them. What's interesting is that Congress has actually posted 5 women candidates. 5 women candidates are contesting, which is 1/3 almost of the candidates that are contesting today on behalf of the Congress party are women candidates. Of course, these are women candidates who are relatives and family members of incumbent ministers in the Karnataka Congress government, or of course they are connected with popular film stars in Karnataka. So this is something that is a very unique strategy, because most of the BJP leaders are males and very senior male politicians who are contesting, and they are the class of politicians such as former chief ministers such as Basavaraj Bommai, and of course union ministers such as Prahlad Joshi, very veteran politicians. But at the same time, Congress's strategy is different. They've actually made women politicians contest this time. And the rationale behind doing so is because over the last 1 year, there's been a lot of schemes and welfare schemes that the Congress government has rolled out for women in Karnataka. So these include free bus rides, then a monthly financial assistance for women, and of course, providing rice grains to them. So these are the schemes that Congress hopes will appeal to the women voters. And last time also, when first phase of Karnataka voted, so there we saw a lot of women voters turning out in large numbers, and the number of women who voted was slightly higher. So this time as well, Karnataka Congress hopes that they will be able to repeat that kind of performance, and this time they are hopeful that they will be able to make some dent in the BJP stronghold. As far as BJP is concerned, it's up to them to see how their new leadership in the state level fares. Shivan.
Thanks, Siddharth.
All right, thank you so much for that, Siddharth. Coming to you now, Disha, paint us a picture of the battleground. 11 seats going to polls today in Maharashtra. What can you tell us?
Well, certainly today, one of the key constituencies that people are closely watching for is Baramati, once a stronghold of NCP since 1999. But this time, it is completely different scenario. It is the battle of Pawar. It is a fight between the family. Here we are going to see Supriya Sule, who is the daughter of Sharad Pawar, pitted against Sunitra Pawar, who is Ajit Pawar's wife. So it is going to be a direct contest between the daughter and the daughter-in-law within the Pawar family. This is something which has never happened before. So it is going to be a high-stake, intense battle that Baramati is going to witness for the very first time, because till 2019 it was a one-sided battle. Only NCP, Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule, of course, winning on that seat. But this time around it is going to be completely different. Which is the real NCP? That claim is going to be settled by people today. So that seat is closely going to be watched out for. Secondly, if you talk about the second important constituency, Sindhudurg Ratnagiri is also an important seat to watch out for, because of Union Minister Narayan Rane, who was earlier on a Shiv Sena ticket, but now for the first time he is contesting on the BJP ticket. And remember, this seat always has been a Shiv Sena bastion. We already have a sitting Shiv Sena MP, Vinayak Raut, who has been pitted against Narayan Rane for that matter. So this is something which is quite important, because remember, BJP has the agenda of 400 plus seats, and that is why they are planning to strike down over here the sitting MP Vinayak Raut for that matter. So these two key important constituencies are closely to look out for. It's the sugar belt, it's the Konkan belt, it is the belt of mostly the farmers, the industrialists. So how they go ahead and vote is completely very different, and this will also help in changing the political dynamics, because total 48 seats are there in Maharashtra and 11 seats are going to polls today. There are 258 candidates in the fray. So it is going to be a high-stake, intense battle that we are looking today.
Thanks so much for all those updates, Disha. Again, I'd like to thank all our reporters getting us the updates. Dharam Jodhkar, Siddharth MP and Disha Shah getting us the latest from different locations across India. You guys are going to be braving it through the heat and bringing us the updates, and we will be keeping in touch through the day.